My brother tells me that the world is in peril. That is not our responsibility, but the Vortex is. If the world suffers, so does Ulthuan. We cannot let the vermin bring their infernal god onto this island. Sons and daughters of Ulthuan, be ready to fight! Fight for your souls! Fight for your homeland! Ulthuan is defended!
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and welcome to the Battle of the Vortex. This is the final battle of my High Elves campaign, and what I've done is I've gone ahead and played the battle, and I'm just going to show you guys the replay so we can get a lot more of the cinematic effect and some zoom-ins for you guys of the battle. So you won't know whether I win or lose because I only get one chance at it, and if I lose the Battle of the Vortex, then I basically lose the campaign. So there's a lot riding on this battle, but I've got my very elite Phoenix Guard moving forwards on the flank. We've got the Great Seer Clan. That's the Horned Rat there, but we got the Great Seer Clan kind of holed up on this little hill here, and that's the hill that I want to take and defend from. So I've got all my Phoenix Guard moving forwards. My army comp is pretty simple for those of you guys that have watched the campaign. I've got Tyrion. I have a few units of the Silver Helms with shields that are getting some nice charges into the clan rats there. I've got a Sun Dragon. I have 6 Swordmasters of Hoeth, a couple of them getting some damage by the catapults, the Plague Claw catapults, and I have 6 units of Lothern Seaguard as well. But there we go, we've got Tyrion moving in, the clan rats are breaking. I just want to take out the Grey Seer clan as quickly as possible, but they are getting some really solid shots on my men, which is really frustrating considering I need to keep as many men as possible alive. Now I've got my cavalry in against the, looks like the Storm Vermin with halberds, which isn't the best plan, but there's my dragon moving in as well now, getting some good kills. I've got my Phoenix Guard forming up. I can't catch these units of Night Runners though, which is really annoying. They keep retreating.
Onward!
But I'm taking a considerable amount of damage here. I didn't expect them to hold as well as they did. But we are starting to kind of break their morale now, which is excellent. Yeah, huge chain route there by the Storm Vermin in the center. I kind of just mobbed them. I should have kind of spread out my forces a little bit better than just charging them all in like that. But I kind of expected the usual AI where the Plague Claws keep trying to get a good position, but they don't actually get one. But they were set, and they were ready. They got some decent shots on my men. You can see my Phoenix Guard over here. This unit down to 89, this unit down to 78. My Silver Helms getting pretty depleted there because they were fighting against the Storm Vermin with halberds. But we've got my Lothern Seaguard set up. They're going to be facing this way because I think that the rest of the forces do come from this side. But yeah, my Phoenix Guard's just wrecking these Storm Vermin over here.
Kill them! The greater good! Onward! We advance!
Very nice. My Dragon also getting some good kills.
To battle!
It's just these units of Night Runners here that were a bit of a pain. But here we go. We've got some reinforcements, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. We've got the Lizard Men on the battlefield now, so I'm going to have to defend against a bunch of these Skink Skirmishers, Skink Cohort, and I believe Mazda Mundi will eventually come onto the battlefield as well. But yeah, they're going to be a bit of a pain, because they're going to just shred my infantry with their javelins.
With me!
You can see I'm quickly trying to readjust here. Bringing Tyrion back down as well. He's full health, and he's what I'm going to have to use mostly as kind of a main front line to stop the troops in front. Oh, there goes the enemy lord. But yeah, come into the front here and hold a bunch of the units of the enemy forces, and then allow my archers to just fire down into their ranks. But yeah, I'm a little concerned at this point. My Sword Masters of Hoeth have been banged up a little bit. Silver Helms have been banged up as well, so not looking good. Not looking good so far. The balance of power is obviously in my favor, but we still have a ways to go. 21 minutes still left in this replay. Let's kind of look from the view of the Sword Masters of Hoeth here as the skinks come in. And then actually, let's get a shot of us holding the Vortex here, if we can do that. That looks fantastic. You can see the archers running in from behind as well. And we've got my Phoenix Guard over here.
Onward!
Ready to hold the Vortex.
Advance!
Nice, nice. But yes, we do have the skink skirmishers over here, but they are in range, and thankfully they don't have as good of range as my Lothern Sea Guard do. As you can see, I'm just shredding them. I'm trying to use my Sun Dragon to distract them from firing at me as well. And man, that Horned Rat will get old eventually, trust me. He keeps saying like the same thing over and over again. But here comes Mazdamundi's main force. He's got some Stegodons over here. He himself is on a Stegodon. We've got some a Skink Priest on a Pterodon, looks like. But he's carrying a bomb, which is a big problem. But just look at this Lizardman army moving forwards over here. He's got some Saurus Warriors, which are very solid in melee. Bit concerning to me. But I'm trying to catch these very fast skink javelins with my cavalry over here. You can see Tyrion has engaged some of the skink cohort in melee. Here comes a nice charge into the backs of them. Yes, beautiful. Nice charge there. But the skink cohort with javelins over here, the skink skirmishers, they are closing in, and I quickly try to turn around my cavalry to go after them. But they're just so fast, like it's really hard to catch them, even with cavalry. But there we go. I did charge into them, but I have to be careful because Mazdamundi is on his way. And just look at those Stegodons, man. That is not something I would want to be facing. That looks terrifying. Got my dragon over here again. But as much of the units that I can save for the final battle, it's going to be the better for me. But look at my Phoenix Guard taking some massive casualties from that Plague Claw catapult. That was just insane. And trying to run my Sun Dragon away. Tyrion is pulling back as well. Let's go ahead and jump into his point of view. He sees the onslaught of lizardmen that are coming, but he is not phased. He is ready to go. Let's actually jump out of him and see if we can get like an end zoom. Very nice.
Advance!
Already covered in blood. Sun Fang is blazing. And I think a couple of the units are still trying to go after my cav, but I'm pulling them back because I want to save my cav as much as possible for the next round. And I'm also trying to save... There's the Horned Rat again, but I'm trying to save my fireballs that the Sun Dragon can use as well for like the last ditch effort. They're using magic.
Advance!
Pulling one of my units across because I can see that most of them are going for the Phoenix Guard.
Going for.
Fire, men, fire. You can see we're really focusing the Feral Stegodon as well, because if I can get rid of him, that's going to really help me out. You can see that his health is dropping quite a bit while under missile fire. But there we go, some magical explosions going down. Big problems for me. Look at that, just obliterating this unit of Swordmasters. And there goes the Feral Stegodon right into melee and routing those Swordmasters of Hoeth. And it looks like the Saurus Warriors are making it into battle as well. Oh my goodness, he's actually gone feral, and he is just slamming into his own men. But we've got the Sun Dragon coming in as well. I think he's going to be using a fireball here any minute. Not exactly sure, but I don't really want to miss it in case he is doing one. But look at this battle. This battle was probably the most cinematic battle of the campaign. There we go, Mazdamundi is in melee as well. And there we go, fireball right into the back of Mazdamundi. Not really taking down his health though, which is concerning. Luckily, my Swordmasters of Hoeth are coming back, and I am sending them back into melee. My Phoenix Guard doing much better over here. Tyrion is holding some of these Saurus Spears with shields, and I have my Silver Helms attacking them. Also, my Silver Helms engaged against the Horned Ones over here, but that is a battle that they will definitely lose, being that they are outnumbered. And, you know, I think the Horned Ones are a better cavalry unit. Yeah, a lot of my cavalry getting slaughtered there. Well, let's go head back to this main fight here. I've got my Dragon in melee against Lord Mazdamundi over here, and I am focusing him with a lot of my archers. Oh yes, there's Lord Mazdamundi using some spells, but luckily missed most of my unit. Just look at all of the ranks of archers firing down here.
Attack! Understood.
Will the Vortex be ours? I think that Stegodon is retreating. Yes, he is. He's routing. And look at Lord Mazdamundi. He's taking a ton of damage. I'm, at this point, going to get my Sun Dragon out of there and allow the archers and the Swordmasters to finish him off.
Glittering host!
Hold my brave high elves. And look at that, as he leaves, he's just thrashing and destroying what's left of my units, but luckily he is breaking. So looks like we've repelled Lord Mazdamundi and his forces. A couple of them are still alive, like the Horned Ones over here, which we will have to contend with, but at this point I'm done with chasing after them because we have some Dark Elves that have come onto the battlefield now. Now these are just Dread Spears. It's kind of like the first wave, so they're not that worrisome, the Dread Spears, and I believe these are just basic Dark Shards. Yes, they are. So there's really not many of them, but in the second wave we will have to face Lord Malekith, who is actually rank 40. Tyrion isn't even rank 40 yet, wherever he is. I think he's 37. And he is exhausted, so I'm trying to rest my men as much as possible and just ignore this skink cohort with javelins. But look how banged up my Swordmasters are. They definitely are the heavy lifters so far in this battle. Well done, men. But now my Phoenix Guard is going to have to hold, and I did want to save them for the final stand or in reserve. And we got some Dread Spears coming over here, but they're getting picked apart a little bit. And over here as well, we've got the Ulthuan Sea Guard right in behind, firing down onto the Dark Shards. And I believe the Dark Shards are a crossbow unit, so they're not going to have as good of range as my Ulthuan Sea Guard. Yeah, you can see us, our Phoenix Guard, taking some hits there. And the Dread Spears moving in. But we should easily be able to rout the Dread Spears, but oh no! Look what's coming, guys. We've got Malekith himself on the battlefield with a Black Dragon. And I'm seeing a lot of elite cavalry. We've got some of the horned ones over here. If we turn on the HUD. Yeah, oh, sorry, Cold One Dread Knights. We have a Sorceress over here. We've got some Shades with great swords, some Halkaneth Executioners, and the Blackguard of Nagron. And look at that balance of power. It is out of our favor now. There they go. Let's actually jump into this unit here as they move forwards towards the Vortex with the Black Dragons moving in as well. That looks so cool. And you can actually see the Horned Rat. I forgot to show you that. Oops. I forgot to show you that before, but if we zoom way over here, you can actually see the Horned Rat just about to come in through the Vortex. But yeah, they're all assaulting over here, and look at this. I've targeted Malekith with all of my units of Ulthuan Sea Guard, and oh man, some ice coming in there. Malekith using some spells. But he is taking a lot of damage. If I can get a zoom in on him here fighting. Look at that, he's just riddled with arrows and covered in blood. And we've got the Black Dragon over here fighting as well. Phoenix Guard holding their own. Here we go, we've got a War Hydra coming in as well. But my dragon is also burning these Dark Elves. Trying to keep them busy. It looks like the Cold One Dread Knights are pulling back to deal with my my Sun Dragon, but yeah, Malekith is just getting focused down over here. And he is almost dead. He's going to come into the Ulthuan Sea Guard, though. And it looks like he is pulling back over there.
It is done.
And it looks like he's trying to escape. Malekith is running from the battlefield.
The greater good.
And he's coming back in now to the Ulthuan Sea Guard. Got the War Hydra as well. Still alive. I believe that the Black Dragon has been slain. And there we go. Malekith is fallen. So it's only down pretty much to the War Hydra, and it looks like it is retreating.
Ulthuan!
Along with the rest of the Dark Elves, it is pulling back.
Destroy them!
So I don't want to follow them too much. I'm really banged up. If we look at the man count, I have 594 men remaining on the battlefield. So I've lost 2/3 of my army at this point. Luckily, sorry, I just had to allow the Horned Rat to say his piece. But here we go. I'm casting some spells over here against the Dark Elves that are still fighting my dragon. We've actually got the Halkaneth Executioners over here in melee against my dragon. But these Sun Dragons are great in melee.
To victory!
Oh, and it looks like it's fighting the War Hydra now. The Battle of the Beasts. That is awesome that those two are fighting like that. And looks like the War Hydra is retreating. Some more spells being cast down.
With me.
5 minutes left in the battle, and it looks like the Dark Elves were completely routed off the battlefield. And I think at this point in the battle, I was like, is this it? Have I won? But no, I have not. Look at this. The Grey Seer clan is back with another full army. They have 1,300 men left, and I have 545 men. And look what they've got. They've got some Hell Pit Abominations here. They've got Doom Wheels. They've got Rat Ogres. And I was like, ooh, this is looking like GG. And it may very well be GG, guys. Look at this, 22 men on my Phoenix Guard, 32, 28, 23. So very depleted there. This is all that's left of my Swordmasters of Hoeth. 2 units that are wavering. My Dragon down to less than half health. It's mostly Tyrion that's still left. And we are just really banged up. It's Tyrion and my Lothern Sea Guard that are going to have to carry us to victory. And some spells being cast down over here as well. And I think I am going to cast some healing spells on my Phoenix Guard to get their numbers up just a little bit. We've got the Gutter Runners coming forwards over here. Let's jump into their point of view. They are not even slowing down. They're just rushing forwards to try to catch my Swordmasters of Hoeth and rout them off the battlefield. But here comes my Dragon, and the Gutter Runners see that. Yeah, they're scurrying away as quickly as possible in the face of my Dragon. There we go. So I'm casting some healing spells on my Swordmasters as well. But we've got the Abomination moving forwards, but all of my units of Lothern Sea Guard are going to focus down this one unit. And I'm not going to put it into the cinematic mode because I want to show you how fast the health of this Abomination drops. This is why you should never attack in waves. Look at this, he's moving into melee, and boom, routs like 10 feet from my line of Phoenix Guard. And that Abomination is going to die. There he goes. Boom, dead on the ground. So that is one monster we don't have to worry about. But let's take a look at what the Grey Seer clan is bringing here. Storm Vermin with Halberds. That was an awesome explosive spell I put down on the Clan Rats. Unfortunately, I hit the Clan Rats, though. Storm Vermin with Halberds. We've got some Death Runners over here. Warp Fire Throwers as well, going to be a bit of an issue. And the Doom Wheel as well. But we're just firing down on them with as many arrows as we can. And there we go, Tyrion actually getting his Sunfang ability right through the Storm Vermin and kind of cutting them off from the rest of their forces. That kind of stunned them a little bit and slowed them down. So I was able to get another healing and another explosion on those Plague Monks. But look at that, they're already starting to waver a little bit. The Plague Monks breaking. We've got, I think these are the Death Runners, are they? Yeah, the Death Runners are in melee, but they are already breaking, just thanks to my Lothern Sea Guard here. But this is going to be the hardest trouble now. We've got the Storm Vermin with Halberds moving in. I've only got 3 units here. Well, look at that, the flames from the Dragon coming in as well. And Tyrion's challenging the Doom Wheel, keeping it out of the way. There's the Doom Wheel. And my line is just holding here. I think this is the General over here as well, or Warlock Engineer, but he is wavering as well. Tyrion, whoa! through that flag bearer like 30 feet with that charge. And this is what's saving us. Look at the balance of power. It's back into our favor now. They just can't get into melee quick enough against my Phoenix Guard. They're just being routed by my Lothern Sea Guard, which have carried this battle for me. Well done to this Lothern Sea Guard, just saving me time and time again. They are trying to rush back into melee over here. And they're firing, the Warp Fire Throw is actually firing on Tyrion now. So there we go, some more health. Gaining back some of my men. And an explosion over there routes those clan rats with shields. And we've got the rat ogres trying to make it into melee over here. But there we go, they rout as well. And Tyrion is actually chasing them down over here. Well done. And that is the end of the battle, guys. So we barely won. I think we had, 495 men. And there we go, guys. The Pyrrhic victory. So we can end the replay and take a look at the results for you guys. So here are the results of the final battle. So deploying 1,662 men against about 5,000 men. The first one, those Plague Claw catapults killing about 100 of my Phoenix Guard, but the rest not doing too much. And then we had Lord Mazdamundi moving in, who himself alone got 167 kills. The rest of his forces not doing too well, including the Bastillodon and the Feral Stegodon not getting many kills. And then we had Malekith getting 78 kills before dying on the battlefield. The Blackguard and the Halganeth Executioners getting some kills. The Cold One Dread Knights as well, pretty much destroying my cavalry. And then the Grey Seer clan at the very end just got 0 kills. None of them were able to make it into melee. Meanwhile, looking at Tyrion 263, the Phoenix Guard held their own. Swordmasters of Hoeth also some pretty high kills. And we have 179, 144, 168, 166, 141, and 180 for my Lothern Sea Guard, who pretty much saved the day there for me. But high kills on the cavalry as well, and the dragon. So hopefully you guys did enjoy that battle, so let's jump to the end of campaign screen.
A horned god banished. Vermin purged from the island shores. Ulthuan's defenders are brothers in arms again. And a hero, a lawmaster, one who has proven worthy of the Star Crown, to bear its power, walk into the Vortex, and become the Maelstrom. Ours is a world of fleeting glory, but it is glory nonetheless.